Hi Queens, Sam here. I hope that you're doing amazing. In today's video, I wanted to share with you four things that I strongly believe you should know if building wealth is important to you. I do produce financial content and I also consume a lot of financial content here on YouTube. So, as you guys know, I haven't really been producing a lot of videos lately, but trust me, I have been watching a lot of content mainly about money, parenting, lifestyle, health, but mainly about money. And in those videos, I'm always baffled sometimes when people, they've been asked some questions, basic questions about their money, and they don't know. And to me, I feel like, is it that they're not interested to know? They just don't want to know? What is it exactly, right? Because if you want to build wealth, become a millionaire, a billionaire, being out of debt, all of that is, knowing very, important, very basic things about your money situation. And so I wanted to share with you, honestly, if you don't know those four things that I'm going to be talking about about yourself, please do take some time to look into it because that's you committing to that process and starting the journey. Because there is it's very difficult for you to be like, I want to be financially free, I want to be out of debt, I want to have this and that. If really you don't know those four basic things. So let's jump right into it. The first thing is how much money you make. Your income, your paycheck, the money that you get, whether it is every 2 weeks, twice a month, every week, once a month, like, how much do you make, as income? A lot of time I hear people ask that question on those shows that I listen to, and the person who's calling or the person who's on the show doesn't know. They're like, I'm not too sure. Are you asking gross income, net income? But either way, they still don't know. Please know your gross income and your net income and have an idea of how much taxes and deductions that you are paying, right? Because you might be paying too much taxes. You might be, having some deduction that really you don't want to. Take a look at your paycheck once in a while and just, be sure there is nothing that actually comes out of surprise. Don't just see the money in your account and then be like, okay, I guess I'm going from this. Like, have an idea of how much you're supposed to be making. And it's really not complicated. It's just a matter of you looking at your paycheck. It shows the gross income, the taxes, the deductions, and then your net pay. So you can have an idea of your take home pay. And that's where, you'll be taking the money to actually pay your bills, save, and invest. You're going from that particular income that you're getting. So have a good idea of how much you're actually making. Now, your expenses. No, you don't have to know to the cent how much, are your expenses, but have a general idea. Is it 2,000? Is it 3,000? Is it 4,000? People don't even know how much their monthly expenses are. Very difficult, right? If you want to be able to making sure that you're actually creating that gap between your income and your expenses so you can save and invest and build wealth. If you don't know how much are your expenses, that's already one important aspect of the equation that you don't have, right? So if your expenses finally are 4,000, but then you realize that your take home is 3,000, then you have that shortfall of 1,000 that probably you're using the credit card for, to make up for it month after month after month. And that's not a situation that is sustainable, and that's definitely not a situation that you want to be in if building wealth is important for you. So you knowing your income, which is the first thing that we talked about here, you knowing your expenses, which is the second thing we talked about here, will already give you an idea. Are you, at least having some money left once your expenses are paid, or essentially you actually have more expenses, in which case maybe you want to sit and look at all of those expenses and maybe you can actually find a way to reduce them, or maybe you just, like me, not making enough money for the reality of your life right now, and then you want to look into how you can actually increase your income. So second thing. And then the third thing that honestly I do believe that each and every person should know about their money situation is how much they need to retire. And I know it's not easy because none of us know how long we're going to be living for. Everybody's going to be made, based on assumptions and all of that. But still, there are like so many ways right now that you can have a rough idea. Let's say right now your yearly expenses are 50,000, and you think that when you retire, your situation will be the same, roughly the same. So probably you can say, I'll need $50,000 for the foreseeable future once I retire. And then, based on there are like so many ways to figure that out there here on internet, you can have a good idea of, okay, essentially when I retire, is it like 1 million and half that I need? Is it 2 million to be able to live the life that I want, in my retirement years? So don't get to retirement and be surprised and be like, oh, I only have 200,000 in my nest egg. How am I gonna be able to make this work? You don't want to actually be in that situation, because by then it might be too late. Maybe you don't have the health to be continue working, and you have less time to have your money compound in terms of interest and everything. So do that exercise right now, wherever you are at, even if you're already 50, 60, whatever. If you listen to this video, if you're in your 20s, do that exercise right now. How much do you think you will need for retirement? Because that will give you an idea of how much you need to be able to invest starting today, right? Starting today. And so that's the third thing to know. And then the fourth thing that I'm always baffled and surprised that people don't know is when they being asked how much debt you have. How much debt do you have? Oh, I'm not too sure. I think it's 5,000 here and then 2,000 there and then blah blah. I'm like, what? Like, again, not I'm not saying you need to know to the cent and to the dollar, but roughly how much debt you have. Because again, you not knowing how much debt you have, it's almost like you bury your head in the sand. I'm not sure, say I don't know, but you know that debt is there, right? And that debt is not going anywhere except if you wanna go let it go to collection or like think it's not gonna. There's no like genie is that you're gonna rub like a lamp and the genie will come out of the lamp and be like and then you can say let make my debt disappear. If that's the way it works for you, let me know. Give me your phone number and let's have the home girl have the same luck here. But usually that's not the way it works. So you need to have, even if you're not actively working at paying the debt, at least you know. Is it 5,000 you owe? Is it 50,000 you owe? Is it I don't know, like $10,000 that you owe? You know that essentially that's how much you owe, and eventually you need to have a plan to pay back that debt. Right? So there you have it. I strongly believe that if you can have a good idea of those four important aspects of your life, that gives you already a good starting point to start being more mindful, intentional about your money, like how much you make, right? How much are your expenses? How much you need to retire to be able to live the life that you want in retirement without having to work if you don't want to work anymore in your 60s and 70s. And then the fourth is how much debt that you have. Those are, again, it doesn't make the whole, wealth building journey. Like that's not what's gonna make it, work. But that gives you at least a good start of things that you need to keep in mind to be able to actually start that journey. So let me know in the comments if if you already know those four aspects. Let me know in the comment, and if you don't know them, commit, in the comment down below that you're going to be looking at that to have a better idea of those four measures. And if I miss anything in those four measures, if for you that like something else that essentially should be top of mind when it comes to building wealth, also let me know in the comment below. And by now, I hope that you have already liked this video, that you already subscribe, and that hopefully you're going to be sharing this video with at least one person that you feel like can benefit from this particular video. Let me tell you what I actually do. Like I say, I'm a huge, huge consumer of YouTube videos. YouTube is my happy place. I do believe I have a lot of respect for content creators in general and the one that actually do video, because you put your face, your voice, you put all out there for the benefit of the person who's actually watching it. And so usually when I start watching a video, the first thing that I do, I like the video. I go right ahead. I don't even know what the person's going to be talking about. I only saw the title. I'll go right ahead and I like the video. And most of the time, I leave that like there. It's actually a way for me to track the video that I've already watched. So if you're watching a video, do that. It doesn't cost you nothing, and you know what? It just showing support to that content creator who's putting themselves out there for your benefit. Because you only see a 10 minutes video, I can tell you that's probably an hour of work that actually went into it. And it does take time, and it does take commitment and compassion. It does take humility to be able to come out here and share information with you. So do hit the like on each video that you watch on YouTube, not only on mine, any video that you watch on YouTube. When you start, do hit the like. If really by the end of the video that person says something that annoyed you, you think is wrong, and all of those things, go right ahead and take off your like. There is no problem. Or like you can dislike, but just show that you have an opinion about that video. And then next time when trying to find another video, you will see whether you already watched this video because there is a like or dislike from you, and then you can skip, because that happens sometimes to me. Sometimes I come across videos that I've already watched. I'm like, oh, actually I already watched it, because I can see that I've already liked it, so I can move to the next one. Do that, okay? So like the video, do share with someone, subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to come back out here again with another video. And one thing before I actually finish, if you don't have this in your calendar just yet, the Wealthy Black Woman Summit is happening on November 16th this year. I'm working actively on that. Do mark your calendar, more info to come. Until next time, keep on building wealth. Bye bye.